All right, let's talk about some quick scripts to save boilerplate code as a bookmarklet. So the idea here is you have some code you use a lot in the browser, and you want to quickly be able to grab it out like this, right? So how did I do that? Let's take a look. So let's edit. We're going to copy that out, and we can see it's a bookmarklet, right? So we need to decode it. So let's write a little function here. Decode URI component, drop that in, and now we have the JavaScript. Drop that in here. And let's tidy it up. And so here, let's take this out so we can read this a little bit easier. And this. Right. So here we see our function. So this DOM plate function is essentially taking a string, which is going to be the functions that we're wanting to copy to our clipboard, and then it's passing them through into these variables, which act as functions to copy that string to your clipboard, right? So how do we split these up so that we can read this and edit this? Good question. Let's drop that in here, tidy it again, and we see that we have these new lines that are screwing us up here, right? So let's take out the new lines by dropping them in here, and we will write a little script to replace. I think this will work. Yeah. So now we have our actual functions that we want to copy over to our clipboard. Now, there's a caveat here. You're not going to be able to use any functions that use these types of quotes because you need to wrap them in this quote, right? So you're restricted to single quotes and double quotes, which should be pretty. It should be fine for the most part, right? A couple things I'm going to change about this code that I've been meaning to do for a while. Let's change this to null, 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 and there's one other thing I'd like to add in there. And that is this. And I feel like that's probably good. Do I need anything else in here that I use a lot? I don't think so. That should be good. So now we want to put this back up in here, right? So we want to get this all on one line as a string. And so let's see if this works. I don't remember how I do this, if I type it manually, if I use a function. And I'd like to use a function if I can. So I'm going to say replace every new line with, there we go, nice. So now I can pop this back up here, throw that in there. I'm going to delete that. We'll bring this back up here. And now we can convert this into our bookmarklet. update our script, and let's see if that worked. Voila. There we go. It's a pretty handy little thing to do. I use the same thing for this as well. So this multi-upload, I don't really use this much anymore, but yeah, it's handy to have these little boilerplate scripts. Same thing here, right? So this is my download script that I use quite a bit. Just little stuff that you just are going to need in the browser from time to time. It's nice to be able to access that. So let me do this. I'm going to save this as readable JavaScript. And you know what? Should we build ourselves a little function to where we can just drop our code in and it handles that for us and spits out? That would be nice. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. First, let me go ahead and save this. And we're going to put this in utilities. All right, and we'll save. Now we need to create some HTML, and we've got this form here for our dialog box that we should just be able to use. So let's copy that. Shit. That's all right, we can fix that. So a couple things here. I'm using these double quotes, and that's going to mess me up. Wait, no it won't. No it won't, because I'm not deploying this in the same way. We'll be okay. All right. So hopefully my head hasn't been in the way this whole time. All right, so we have this all put together, and now we will add a text area. Used to typing div. And we need to style it as well as give it an ID. The ID it is going to take is code text box, and styling will be Background. Color. And that's a blue, just the default blue that I use. And padding is 6 pixels. And border radius 0.4 em. All right. Finally, we need to append this to the cbud. And we need a button. Button. Div. So I used to have a dog that never barked, but over the past year, he's decided that he wants to bark at every fucking thing in the world. And it's not fun. All right. So style is background padding. Yeah, I'm going to take this as is because I'm just going to flip the background and then we'll be good. Yep. And button inner text is going to be save or convert to, what am I even calling this? I guess. I don't know. Fuck. That's a little wordy. So I'm just going to leave this as convert. And then up here, I'm going to rename that. Convert JS to bookmarklet boilerplate code. And what do we have? That's a little wide. Why don't we go with 0.6 width? And left is 30, or yeah, 45 works. Top is going to be 35 works because that's what I hit. All right, and then finally we need an event listener. So button on click, run this code, which is create code to clip. That works. And here, function code to clip, and GI, which is get element by class name, or tag get element by ID. I need to get more sleep. Value. So now we're going to say if code then I need to think about this. Then bar I guess I'm going to call this replace me that should work. And then here I'll pop that in. Yeah. And then I can just, I mean, this is kind of silly to do it that way. Yeah. Let me just do this. Code.replace. And then we want to replace any new line globally with new line like that. And that should work. And finally, we need to, what do we do over here? I don't remember how old Pete does this. So let's take a look. So he encodes, that's simple enough. And then he appends this to the front, that to the end. Oh, whoops. Wrong place. Right. That should work. Let's check it out. All right. And so here we are. We write some function alert I didn't do anything with that function. So who knows if it worked or not. If declare a variable and then do nothing, whatever. No worries. So it's going to be a problem, and I know why. I'm remembering why I haven't done this before. I would need a fourth quote type for this to work, or it would limit people to, yeah. Well. That's going to be that. Maybe I'll think of a better way to do this another time.